I was around about 7 when I went up the road, Coalfield School. Some of the time I liked it, and other times it was a bore, and I got into problems. As you will know, you got the punishment book tells you. I have to laugh because I was insubordinate, as they said in the book. I wonder if I'm in that team. I never was good at football, so I don't suppose I was. No picture of me at all. I wasn't famous. No, I wasn't worth taking a picture. We had in our garden, just the bottom of the, not this garden, but number 70, but air raid shelters where we had to sleep at night because of the bombing and the guns were going off, and we had balloon barrages. Did you ever see those in a film or anything? You get what they call a recruiting sergeant behind the desk. So when I joined the army, he said, well, how old are you? I'm 18, of course I'm 16. Oh, that's another campaign. Now, that one goes there because that one is when I went to India and on. Yeah, but I never did nothing because we got to Singapore and they dropped the atom bomb. But I still got a medal for it, which I thought was rather unfair. The atom bomb dropped anyway, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, yeah, and it ended the war, yeah. So let's say the war's over, and so we're redundant. We're not needed for the invasion or anything like that. So they sent us on to Hong Kong, where my brother had been taken prisoner by the Japs, and he was in Kharkov.
You don't have to talk about this, Dave. You don't have to talk about this at all.
He was incarcerated in a Japanese prisoner of war ship, and there was a submarine outside American, and they torpedoed it, and he died. 19. Story ends. So I went down and I became a steward. I had a white coat and black trousers, and I felt very important, you know. And I did probably 8 years at sea, even more, I don't know. It's in the book, because I'm terrible on dates and times. We stopped in a place called Lorenzo Marques, where we stopped for water and refuelling and overnight, right? So my mate, who was an Irish boy, about my age, liked to drink, went out and into the bar as usual, story of my life, had a few drinks, and Paddy had more than enough, and this waiter had done something to him, I don't know, upset him for something, said something rude to him. So as he came by with a big tray of drinks, Paddy said to me, I'll never forget it, he says, watch this spot. And he put his foot out and the waiter went flying with all the drinks and the old management were in uproar. The police came in, we were handcuffed and put in the hurry up van into a prison. And so they fined us under £100, I forget what it was, but £50 each. So that was paid, we were released, back to the ship, off we went. Terrible driver. Oof. And take your life in your hands once you get in this car.
Where are we going, Dave? Where are we going?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to the pub. 1st of January 1953. That was the date I joined the motor trade. Just a steward, I've never been anything else. Then there's another, oh, that's Popeye.
Oh, Popeye, yeah.
How old was you when you got these?
I was far too young.
Far too young.
Well, when I was first in the army, like, my behaviour on board the ship was very good. It's in here in the book, I can prove it. I loved it. I'd say it was such a contrast to the horrors of the war. And I want to be the greatest advert for beer. If you stick to beer, you can't go wrong. 3 pints is about it, right? They say so many units, and I plead not guilty because I don't know what a unit is. Really, I'm so lucky, and I feel that I am. And I'm going to stay here till I'm 100. Yeah, I mean it. And I really am. Maybe even older. And probably a month later, that little tree over there that's on the wire will burst into